Hey friends, welcome back. We're going to do some more subtraction today, and I just want to remind you of the subtraction poem that we worked on yesterday to kind of remember, right, if you need to ungroup or not. Remember that we always subtract going down, never the other direction. And these were just some quick little ways to remember if you need to do that or not. Remember, if there's more on top, there's no need to stop. So if I have enough, I just subtract down. Okay, if there's more on the floor, remember we talked about this line in an equation being the floor. If there's more on the floor, you have to go next door and get 10 more. If the number is the same, then 0 is the game, right? If I have 8 and I take 8 away, I'm going to be left with nothing, right? So this is a way for you to remember, and you have to think about it, whether or not you need to ungroup. All right, today we're going to work in our math journal on page number 215. So I want you to turn to 215, and we're going to ungroup again today, except we're going to subtract across a big group of zeros, okay? And I'm going to show you what you need to do today. Okay, so we're going to read the directions, and it says to solve each problem, show your work numerically, that means with your equations, and with proof drawings. All right, so let's read number 1. It says, Lakeisha bought a box of 500 paper clips. So far, she has used 138 of them. How many are left? So I'm going to bracket my question. Okay, how many are left? How many what? How many what are left? What's our label going to be? Look back into the problem. Remember, I've told you before that they don't always put the label in the question, so you might have to be a detective and go hunting for it. How many what are left? Paper clips, right? So paper clips is going to be our label today. Okay, what's the first thing we have to do? Think about it. Making an equation, right? And our equation is going to be 500 minus 138. Okay, and we're going to come up with an answer, right? She had 500. She used 138. So what's left? We have to figure that part out. What is left? Okay, now we're going to rewrite our equation because remember, we don't subtract or add side to side. So let's rewrite 500 minus 138. Okay, that keyword left is a good thing to pop in your head and tell yourself, oh yeah, I'm taking away, I'm subtracting when I hear that word. How many are left? I started with an amount, took some away, and I want to know how many are left, so I'm going to be subtracting. Okay, remember we learned that we always start in the ones place when we're subtracting, right? We'll zoom that in a little bit. Okay, and we always subtract going down. Remember Puzzled Penguin? He did it the wrong direction. If I have 0 ones, can I take away 8? No. Look at more on the floor. I've got to go next door. But look at here. I don't have any next door either. So I have to keep going to my neighbors until I find somebody who has enough. Okay, so now I need to go to this neighbor, right? There are 500s here. There's something that I can ungroup and take away from that. Let's draw 500s. 5 squares. Okay, so there I've got that. I need to give some to my 10s so that then my 10s can give them to my 1s. So I'm going all the way to my 100s to ungroup, give them to my 10s so that then I can do my 1s. So let's ungroup. We're going to take a group of hundreds. So if I mark that off, right, I'm going to take one group away. I'm just going to take the one down here. So I took that one away, and I'm trading that one in for 10 sticks, right? Because 100 is the same as 10 sticks. So instead of having a box now, I'm going to make 10 sticks, right? So I took that 100 and traded it or ungrouped it, and now I've got 10 10 sticks. Okay, so over here, I took it away. Instead of having 0 10s, now I have 10 10s, right? Because it's right there. There's my proof. Now I have something to give to my ones, right? If I have 10 10 sticks, I can take one of those 10 sticks away and make that 9 10 sticks now, because now I'm going to take one of them away and make it into that. So I took this 10 stick, broke it apart, and now I have 10 ones. Okay? I know it's a little confusing. You have to be really kind of neat. So maybe I should have written my equation a little bit farther down. We'll try that with the next one. Okay, so I ungrouped 100 to get my 10 10 sticks. And then I took one of my 10 sticks to make 10 ones, right? So now I have 10 ones, and I'm going to take away 8 of them. That leaves me with 2. If I take away 8, here's what's left, 2. Okay, remember, I did have 10 10 sticks, but I ungrouped them to give them to my ones, so I only have 9 10 sticks. I'm going to take away 3 10s. 9 minus 3 is 6 10s. So let me take away my 3 here. 1, 2, 3. So what's left? There's 6 10s. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, which is the same as 60, because remember, each 10 stick is worth 10. Okay, now I've got 4 hundreds, right? And I'm going to take 1 away. 4 minus 1 is 3. So this guy I'm going to get rid of now. And this is what I have left. So I have 3 hundreds, 6 10s, 2 1s. Okay, what I've noticed in the past is when my friends make a mistake when they're subtracting across the zeros, it's usually in the tens place. Okay, remember, you are ungrouping so that you have some here, but then you have to take one of those away as well. So you will have 10, but then you need to take another one away to give to your ones. All right, so let's try another one. Let's go down and do number 3 at the bottom. Okay, and I'm going to try to write my equation a little bit farther down so that I've got some better room than I did at the top. At the start of the school year, Ms. Endo had a new box of 300 crayons for her class. Now, 79 crayons are broken. How many unbroken crayons are there? Okay, underline your label. What are we looking for? How many unbroken crayons? Okay. She started the year with 300. 79 broke. So how many are left that are not broken? Okay, that equation, 300 minus 79 equals something, right? Some number of unbroken crayons. Okay. So I'm going to write 300 minus 79, stacking my ones, my tens, and my hundreds. Okay, you'll notice I don't have any ones. I can't subtract 9 if I don't have any. So I'm going to go next door. Oh my, same thing. There aren't any here. So I still have to go next door. Okay, I'm going to go to my hundreds, and I'm going to ungroup one of those. And now I have 2. So the one that I took away, I'm going to give to my tens place. So instead of having 0 10s, now I have 10 10 sticks. Okay, but I still don't have any ones. So now I've got to take a 10 so that I can give it to my ones. Okay, here's what I just did. I started with 300. Right? I took one of them away, and I made 10 10 sticks. Okay, and then I took a 10 stick away to make 10 ones. Okay, so now I have 2 hundreds. I have 9 tens and 10 ones. Now I can do my subtraction. And I'm going to draw an arrow to show you what I did, right? I ungrouped 100 to make another group of 100 here, just using 10 sticks instead. Then I took my 1 10 stick and broke it apart into 10 little ones. Okay, so that's the proof for my numerical equation. Now I can subtract because I have enough. I have 10 and I want to take 9 away. The difference is 1. I have 9 tens and I'm going to take 7 tens away. The difference is 2. I have 2 hundreds. There's nothing underneath it, so you can pretend there's a 0 there. I still have 2 hundreds. Okay, so if I look over here, here are my 2 hundreds. Oops, I didn't mark them off. I need to mark off 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Here's my 2 tens, right? And I have to take away 9 ones. 2, 4, 6, 8, 9. 2 hundreds, 2 tens, 1 1. Okay, and remember, I showed you that quick way that you can add these two partners to get the total to see if you did the right thing. So I'm going to do that real quick. I like to know, did I make a mistake? And if I did, then I can correct it. There's a group of 10. There's another group of 10. When I add those together, I get my total. Okay, so I checked myself. Quite often, if you make a mistake, it's going to be in the tens column because friends forget to ungroup when they give it to the ones, okay? I know it's kind of tricky. You have to think about it. I'm trying to show you the pictures and the equations, okay? So if you're doing this before our math group and you feel like you want to come to math group at 11 o'clock just to get some more understanding or to ask some questions, that's totally fine, all right? So today for your homework, what you're going to work on is getting some good practice in on page 217, okay? You do not need to do number 15 on the bottom, but I do want you to work on these questions right here. There are 8 of them, okay? It says to make a proof drawing for exercises 7 through 10. So for all of these, they want you to do a proof drawing, okay? I'm going to say a proof drawing for 7 and 8, okay? You only need to do it for these 2 at the top, okay? So you're subtracting across the zeros. So you're going to have to think, there's more on the floor in the ones and in the tens. So you have to keep going next door to find enough, right? You're going to ungroup, all right? So remember, you can always look back at your examples because you're copying down what I'm writing so that you've got some understanding, and you can always rewatch the video, or you can come to the live math lesson today as well, all right? So this is your homework for today. You're going to take a picture of this page 217 and attach it to your assignment and turn that in.